Hello and welcomes back everyone, and Wolf here with even more Star Wars The Old Republic, playing as Ciaphas Cain here, my Jedi Knight, and we are here once again on Carrick Station, about to begin a new optional quest chain. So, let's get ourselves underway. Decided to go back to the good old outfits we had earlier on. And we're going to have a chat with this astromech droid.
Master Jedi, it's an honor. Dina Riss of SIS. I've seen hollows of you on the warpath. We could really use that drive of yours here. We're after a rogue element who plans to strike major Republic interests. It will happen soon, and it will be catastrophic.
Who is it we're talking about? Do you have a name?
We do have a name. And more. There's little else I should say over Hollow. Our adversary has eyes and ears everywhere. Besides, I have something you'll need. A special device. Come meet me in person. And please, hurry.
Sounds ominous. And this Dina Riss wants us to meet her on Coruscant.
Six more folks in the outer rim have had a dedicated patrol. Do they think they'll get to keep their seats if the Empire comes back?
The possibility doesn't seem to scare certain senators, whose names and planets I won't mention.
So this is very much alike to the Seeker Droid questline with the Seeds of Rage, though it will take less time to locate the objects of interest, but there are more of them. I suppose that's the best way to put it.
Thanks for coming here to meet me. I'm afraid I'm not quite as mobile as I used to be. Shrapnel will do that. We've been losing agents lately. A lot of talented agents. I have nowhere else to turn, so I hope you can help. A galactic legend's been brought out of retirement. A freelance master spy known only as the Shroud.
In all my travels, I've never heard of this legend. What can you tell me about him?
He's been underground so long that he was barely a whisper when I was in the academy. I think that's by design. The Shroud came back into SIS chatter after the Hutt Cartel contracted him to gather intel on Republic and Imperial interests. In his spying, the Shroud found something beyond what the Hutts were looking for. A challenge he could undertake. A weakness he could exploit. On Coruscant.
You make it sound like this isn't personal to him. Almost like a game.
Word is, the Shroud doesn't act out of morality at all, but out of achievement. The more audacious, the better. We don't know the exact nature of his attack on Coruscant, except that one of his top lieutenants reportedly resigned over its severity. Fled to the Empire. I'm good at what I do. Really good. But all this is so overwhelming. I need your help to stop the Shroud.
I understand this has been a trial, but you have to keep going.
I have no intention of quitting. I'll be with you every step. Figuratively, at least. One of our departed agents managed to intercept a shipment of the Shrouds. In it were several pairs of souped-up macrobinoculars. I've got budget envy. Data and environmental analysis, communications, even a special Mira Luca interface. Shroud spent a fortune on these things. Which, ironically, you'll be using against him.
How will a pair of binoculars help me avert a massive attack?
The Shroud's data is scattered among his lieutenants. We've got a lead on one, but you'll need to identify key relay points that will help us triangulate his precise location. I'll remain in constant contact, monitoring your incoming data to keep up with your progress. Working together, I know we can stop the Shroud. Good luck.
Okay. So, we learned a lot there.
You really need to be out finding the Shroud.
About the Shroud, his lieutenant who got so scared that they fled to the Empire, which of course is true if you're playing as an Imperial player looking to start the Macrobinocular quest line. You learn more about the Shroud as, I suppose, a player of the Empire, as you have the lieutenant's own history with this figure. But let's have a look. We just picked up an item, a codex entry. Yeah, the EV2 macro binoculars. A discrete reconnaissance macro binoculars represent a cutting edge in surveillance technology. Supreme resolution zoom, wide spectrum environmental analysis, full voice data communications, and an omniopic interface are but a few of the EV2's top-notch features. These devices are ideal for planetary exploration, environmental observation, data interception, geographic triangulation, and even target monitoring. Designed by the legendary freelance super spy known only as the Shroud, the EV2s are reportedly named after one of the Shroud's top lieutenants. Components appear to have been contracted separately among several corporations across the galaxy, with the Shroud himself reportedly overseeing their assembly. Anti-tamper explosive charges embedded into the framework have made reverse engineering this particular model unlikely. So we have the Seeker droids, of course, and the macro binoculars here. And from what we know, trying to track the Shroud's lieutenant on Coruscant, we need to triangulate his position, or her position, through 4 different relays. Map. Okay, there's one here, one in Black Sun territory, one in the Old Galactic Market, and one in SWTOR territory. That's also the wrong button.
Fine. You'll live.
So the relays on Coruscant work different to the relays on other worlds, but for example, we know if we're standing here, somewhere, there's a relay. Let's see if we can spot it with our own eyes first. Not seeing it, but that's fine. That's why we have the macro binoculars. Ah! Oh, bloody hell.
There you go. That's just what we're looking for. Good work.
Right in front of us. Okay, Old Galactic Market.
Smell that? Cheap Rhodian ale and desperation. I'd recognize those aromas anywhere.
Okay, we're heading fairly deep into the old Galactic Market. Just outside of Ria's dancing troupe. God damn it. Trying to get around the corner as fast as possible so we can avoid getting shot off our tauntaun here. Ah, there it is. We also have the scan data in the top right, which will give us some idea of what the Shroud is actually up to. Which is probably why we had to go meet our SIS agent privately. As if we had mentioned his name over the holocommunicator, you may have realized someone was wanting to discuss him and his activities. We have one back here, just in the heroic region. Oh, it's the droid.
That won't help us triangulate anything. But, you know, that is one of the Shroud's spy droids. Keep an eye out for more of those. They'll be worth tracking.
I've seen one or two spy droids. We saw one on a Voss. And the last one is over in SWTOR territory. Oh, it's upside down.
And from all that, I'm able to triangulate. Hold on. There. That's where you'll find the Shroud's lieutenant. Go to it.
Actually, in the dealer's den cantina. Why don't we just have a look around? Oh. never mind. The flow pattern for the ray shield is located in a nearby room. So this is a locking mechanism, but there's a shield protecting it. There's also a shield protecting that one. Interesting. Hello. A ray shield generator. Anything of interest? Ah, laser defense grid controls. Oh, Christ. Oh! Ceiling turrets in the shrubbery. Unauthorized user detected. Try again. And we have a droid here. Closed circuit data wall. This droid was programmed by the Shroud himself and is immune to slicing.
Annihilation mode active.
You're fine.
Failure imminent. Too soon.
You're not in my employ. How very curious. I did anticipate outside interference, but nothing quite so meager. It would appear I've concerned myself over nothing. Well, I won't keep you from whatever it is you believe you're accomplishing. Carry on.
So that's the Shroud. Can't believe he actually spoke to you. He's not exactly the type to poke his head out. Well, this is telling. Your transmission contains a structural assessment of government installations on Coruscant. That's certainly in line with what we've learned so far. I'll have my people check on those locations. Meanwhile, I've got a list of relay points these files have passed through. That'll help us get at more data. Updating coordinates.
Okay. There are other potential outposts the Shroud has built. If we can locate the transmitters on Taris and Tatooine, it might guide us to another of the Shroud's lieutenants. Maybe. Okay. What we'll do is we'll just get ourselves back to the Senate Plaza. We'll take a break. Our tracking of the Shroud has only just begun. And when we come back, we will begin our search of Taris and Tatooine. Let's find a nice place to park ourselves. I'll do. Why not? Thank you all for joining me once again with even more Star Wars: The Old Republic. As always, feel free to leave a comment if you so wish. And hopefully I'll see you for even more next time. Until then, though, take care. Bye-bye now.